The old man walked into the bank with a torn sack slung over his shoulder. His shoes were dusty, his coat ragged, and his hand shook as he held a slip of paper. The clerk snickered, whispering about him being lost or broke. But when he calmly said, "I'm here to check on my bank," the entire room burst into laughter. They had no idea what was coming. For years, Mr. Elijah had lived simply, repairing shoes, helping neighbors, and carrying that same worn sack everywhere. People thought he was just a poor, harmless old man wandering the streets. No one ever asked what was inside the sack, nor did they care. One rainy morning, Elijah stepped into the town's largest bank. The marble floors gleamed, chandeliers sparkled, and men in suits rushed about with papers. Yet all eyes landed on him, looking out of place. He walked to the counter, quietly laying down a faded deposit slip. The young teller smirked. "Sir, this is a busy bank. We don't have time for jokes." Elijah just smiled faintly. "I'm not joking, son. I've come to see what my investment has grown into." The laughter spread quickly. Customers in line turned, whispering, some even mocking. The teller rolled his eyes and called for the manager. A tall man in a sharp suit approached, speaking slowly as if addressing a child. "Sir, do you even have an account here?" Elijah reached into his sack, pulling out a bundle wrapped in cloth. The crowd leaned closer, expecting coins or maybe a few crumpled bills. Instead, he placed a thick stack of old documents on the desk, yellowed, sealed with stamps, and signed decades ago. His voice, though soft, carried weight. "My father and I built the foundation of this very bank. We were never flashy. We just believed in saving, in trust." The room went silent. The manager frowned, flipping through the documents, his confident smile fading with each page. The papers weren't random scraps. They were original deeds and ownership certificates from when the bank was first established. Elijah's father had been one of the founding partners, but over the years his family's name had been erased, hidden beneath layers of wealth and pride. Elijah had kept everything, waiting for the right moment. The manager's hands trembled. The laughter in the room died instantly. Suddenly, the old man with a sack wasn't a beggar. He was the rightful owner. And the bank everyone bragged about stood on the shoulders of the man they had just mocked. The staff scrambled. Phones rang, lawyers rushed, and the manager's face turned pale as the truth spread. Customers who had laughed minutes earlier now lowered their heads in shame. Elijah simply stood there, calm and steady, watching the same people who ridiculed him now bow their heads. He didn't gloat, didn't yell. Instead, he said quietly, "Never judge a man by his clothes, but by his journey." Within days, Elijah's name was restored on the bank's records. His story spread across the city. How a humble man with a sack carried more history than the proud men in suits. The moral was clear. Respect is never owed to appearances, but to the truth behind them. And sometimes, the one you laugh at holds the power to change your entire world.